versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for him today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Elway. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Offense trying to go with some misdirection in the run game to the boundary, but the defense was there. They're able to corral the back behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Elway. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Across the 25, he's got both. What a run, takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line before he's forced out. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Touchdown, Buckeye! This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, DeBosa's. Jim's still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back, and that's good.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. They'll run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Got the first down and more. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Breaks into the open. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that guy. I know that.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Got it in the middle, it's Banks. Touchdown, Longhorns! A great catch and run for 6. He'll try to tack on one more.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for in that play.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done.
Oh, he's got some space. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
To the ground with the back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just chews up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy
got enough space. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it on first and goal. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Two running backs alongside the quarterback. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
He unleashes a long one. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact, so it's okay for him to make it.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in a goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Caught over the middle. It's Banks. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the field goal unit is on the field. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Snagged out of the air. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
The QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lane, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line.
Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. On the ground with the counter. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
And the quarterback knew that that counter run play was going to be successful. He did a nice job counting the box before the snap. He knew he had good numbers. He knew he had good angle.
Touchdown, Ohio State! Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things. And with this crowd, they can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Gideon. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a 1st down.
And that's a good 2nd down run. Commit to the running game. Run the football. Great gain. Great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Rushes on him. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. He's got him. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive game.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Fires to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Elway. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got a man. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and
there he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Rides to the back. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The give to the fullback. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. It's complete to the right. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus?
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Give to the running back. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
And this center downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. We'll send the tight end in motion. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Lost the fire on second down. Puts it out of the air. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, the nice lead here late in the third quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
Here's the handoff. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
That's why it's so important to have success on first and second down. They're running the ball on second down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now with the positive play, you're setting up 3rd and inches.
Complete on 3rd down. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
3rd down, money down. Go to the guy you know you can trust. It doesn't have to be a long gainer, but work those guys over the middle of the field. Nice job, nice chemistry between the tight end and the quarterback.
Turning it on. And into the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. with a touchdown right here. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Great place to start for this offense. Here we go. They'll try the right side. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line to pick up of 1.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to...
Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Looking for space. It's Marshall. Takes it past the marker. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, but you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
With the first down. Put it in play from the 33. Power football with the run. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Buckeyes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And we have breaking news. They score yet. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They're testing the right side here. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense set on first down. Running back searching for a hole. That will be the final play as they make the stop.